Welcome back to Personal Productivity Using Technology with Dr. X. And this is the last set of formulas, not very last, but kind of last set of formulas that we will review in Excel Chapter 2. Today we will be reviewing the PMT formula, which belongs to the accounting financial formulas. And what is really cool with the PMT formula and the financial in general is that usually students teach me about this because I am not very good with accounting and I don't understand these things very well, but there's also really good help with Excel. So that's what I usually do when I want to use a financial formula. So as you can see, I have opened a generic spreadsheet when we were fooling around with the basic functions. And I'm going to go to the basic financial functions and look for the PMT. Quite unlikely to the way I've done, I've told you before, to use a function like think, what would you like to use if it applies in your example. But because I'm not very good in accounting, I'm going to seek for an example in the help of Excel. And I would like you to seek for examples in Excel help. So, of course, you will always have your very nice capstone laboratory exercise where you will have to calculate the monthly payments and use and apply the PMT. You will have plenty of opportunities to apply the PMT, the payment function, in real life applications. But for now, let's just use help. So, P for PMT. And I have no idea what all these rate and per PV mean, so I'm going to get help on this function. And because I'm a little bit of a hasty student, I'm going to scroll down to the example. And what I want to do is download this example. So I can use this very nice shortcut to download the template example from the live office to, I have no idea where I downloaded this. Do I? Well, a little trick about your browser. Okay, I just downloaded an Excel spreadsheet and I have no idea where I downloaded this. So there's this special downloads folder where usually browsers use as a default folder to download files. And as you can see, I have downloaded a couple of files before, and here's the PMT EMB. So now that I've downloaded this spreadsheet and I know that it's in the downloads, this is the default spot, I will go and cancel this little spreadsheet that I was modifying because I want to open the example, enable editing. Okay, now I've got my nice examples and I'm going to delete the solution. I'm not even looking at it, and I'm going to try to create my own solution based on the PMT formula. So, going back, live result, formulas, insert function, payment. Even if I don't remember, it's, in this case, the payment was not the best, the first choice was not the best choice, but in this case I just know that this is the accounting formula that I want to use. Why is payment such an important formula that I even spend time to discuss this in personal productivity using technology? Well, number one, I wanted to give you an introduction to accounting formulas, and this is the best way to give you an introduction to accounting formulas because the payment formula is a formula that we use many times. For example, when we have to pay a loan, we'll have to use the PMT formula with an interest rate, and based on the loan that we took, you have taken loans as students or you may take a loan to buy a house. So based on an interest rate and a total number of payments, I can calculate how much I need to pay per month for my loan. So in this case, we have a nice example. The amount of the loan is $10,000. Let's say this is a student loan, and for a whole year you will have an interest rate of 8%. That's quite high, but anyway, we can live with that. And then number of months of payments is 10 months, or we can say that it's 12 months. So whatever that is, we can make our choice. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, first thing I need to think about is the first argument that I have to fill in. It's the interest rate per period for the loan. Okay, so the period for the loan is whenever I have to pay for my loan, there's a different period that I pay for my loan every time. Okay, so for example, for this specific loan, I pay 10 times per year. Okay, so number of monthly payments, 10. So my annual interest is 8%, but the interest for every payment period is not 8%. It's 8 divided by the total number of monthly payments. So it's going to be A2 divided by A3, because this is the number of payments that I have to pay during a year. So I don't pay for every payment period 8%. I spread the interest rate towards my total yearly payments. So the other thing is, what is the total number of payments that I want to pay off this loan? So in this case, let's assume that you want to pay off your interest, your student loan or your house loan in 10 years. So 10 years, but then I need to multiply this by the number of payments per year. So 10 years I'll be paying 10 times per year, and what I need to pay off is the loan amount. So in this case, the loan amount will be a negative number. Why? This is a little counterintuitive, I do understand, but I'll explain to you how I understand this negative loan amount. When I take a loan, I am on negative cash flow. I didn't have this money and I took a loan for that. And therefore, my payment value is going to be the negative cash flow that I'm currently into, and I have to pay this off. So now here I have my live result that in 10 years, to pay off this loan in 10 years, I'll have to I have to pay $145, $146 every month for 10 months of the year that I'm paying off this loan. Now, let's say I would like the number of years to be a variable, and initially this was 10, and now let's say I want to pay off that loan in 5 years. Okay, that is why we avoid, we've said that before, yes, we avoid using numbers in our formulas. We use cell references. So here in A5, I have the number of years, which is much, much better, and that can give me a nicer estimation of how much I need to pay in 5 years. Let's say I want to pay off my loan in 3 years, so I would have to go in this formula and change that every time, but at this time I don't have to do that. And I gotta save and get my result. 3 years, let's say 1 year, if you want to be rushing, and there we go. In 1 year I have to pay $1,000 per month to pay off that loan. So here I would strongly suggest that you go ahead and do the same thing. you add the number of years as a variable and go and calculate your monthly payments if you want to pay off your loan in 1, 5, 10 years. So, excuse me. So that is the PMT, one of the accounting formulas. I wish I was a more financial person, but I bet this is a little bit more specialized type of knowledge. The other formula that I'm going to show you from this is the future value. This is another really cool formula, and we'll look at this in the what if analysis. But other than that, I usually like for students to show me how to understand, to explain to me these formulas, because I'm not an accounting person. So I'll see you next time, recapping the tricks of Chapter 2 Excel.